The 16th and 17th centuries were a time of great change and upheaval in Europe. The continent was rife with religious wars, political intrigue, and social transformations that reshaped societies. But amidst the chaos and conflict, a simpler pleasure thrived: cheese. This humble food became a symbol of comfort and stability in uncertain times. Cheese was a staple food, found in the homes of both the wealthy and the poor. It was versatile and could be enjoyed in countless ways. It was a source of nutrition, providing essential proteins and fats that were crucial for survival, especially during harsh winters. And for many, it was a culinary delight, a treat to be savored and shared with family and friends during gatherings and celebrations. Cheese was made using age-old traditions passed down through generations. These methods were honed over centuries, ensuring the best flavors and textures. The process was a delicate dance of milk, rennet, and thyme. Each step required precision and care to achieve the perfect result, but it was also a process fraught with uncertainty. Milk could spoil, rennet could fail, and the weather could affect the outcome. The tiniest misstep could ruin an entire batch, turning weeks of hard work into a disappointing failure. In an era before refrigeration and pasteurization, cheesemaking was as much art as it was science. It required not only skill but also intuition and a deep understanding of the natural world. Now imagine a small village in the heart of Europe. A place where traditions run deep and the community relies heavily on agriculture and dairy farming. A wheel of cheese inexplicably fails to ripen, causing confusion and concern among the villagers. Or worse, an entire batch of milk spoils, leaving a family without their precious food source. This was not just an inconvenience, it was a matter of survival. What was the cause of these misfortunes? In an age where science was in its infancy, people sought explanations in the supernatural. They gathered in the village square, whispering and speculating, and in a world where fear and superstition often held sway, the answer was often the same: witchcraft. The villagers, gripped by fear, would often turn to drastic measures. If cheese curdled too quickly or not at all, it was the work of a witch. The bubbling cauldron in the forest became a symbol of their fears. If a batch of cheese became infested with maggots, it was seen as a curse. The farmers would look on in disgust and horror, convinced that dark forces were at play. These were not isolated incidents. Across Europe, similar stories played out with alarming regularity. Villages from different regions shared tales of dairy disasters and the supposed witches behind them, creating a tapestry of fear and superstition that spanned the continent. It's no coincidence that women were often the target of these accusations. In many societies, women were the primary cheesemakers. They were the keepers of the dairy, the ones who transformed milk into cheese. This association with cheese, combined with deeply ingrained societal beliefs, made women easy scapegoats. Women were often seen as weaker, more susceptible to temptation, and more likely to consort with the devil. Midwives, healers, and women who lived alone were particularly vulnerable. Their knowledge of herbs, remedies, and the natural world was often twisted into evidence of their supposed witchcraft. Accusations of cheese-related witchcraft could have devastating consequences. In medieval times, even the slightest suspicion could lead to a woman's downfall. The accused often faced brutal interrogation, relentless torture, and even the grim prospect of death. These methods were designed to extract confessions, regardless of the truth. Trials were often based on flimsy evidence, fueled by fear and rumor. The community's hysteria could turn even the most innocent actions into damning evidence. The mere accusation of witchcraft could destroy a woman's reputation, ostracize her from her community, and even lead to her demise. Her life would be forever marked by suspicion and fear. The fear of being labeled a cheese witch hung heavy over many women, shaping their lives and choices. They lived in constant dread, always watching their actions and words. The belief in cheese witches may seem absurd to us now, a relic of a bygone era. Yet it was a very real and terrifying part of their lives. But it's a stark reminder of the dangers of ignorance, superstition, and the human tendency to seek scapegoats for misfortune. These fears can lead to devastating consequences. It's a tale that underscores the importance of critical thinking, scientific inquiry, and the pursuit of knowledge over fear. By learning from the past, we can build a more rational and just future.